Hey, this is the Uke Revolution. I'm Brooke, and you're watching a lesson for a really cute winter holiday song called Suzy Snowflake. This was originally recorded by Rosemary Clooney, I believe, so it's this cute little jazzy tune. I used to use this when I was a kindergarten teacher around the Christmas time because it's such a cute song. And I like to play it, so I thought let's bring it to the channel. Maybe not as well known as some other holiday songs, but there are a lot of holiday songs on this channel already. There's a Christmas playlist that's pinned to the top of the channel homepage if you want to check out what other holiday songs there are. And there's over 30 Christmas songs that are in the member library. You can access the member library by becoming a monthly member on either Ko-fi or Patreon. Those links for all of the membership information are in the caption below. And that's it. Let's learn the song. This is a half step down from the original. The original is an A flat. It's not very nice to play in, so we're playing in G today. So these are chords we're using today. We're playing a rather jazzy version of it. I did make a very simplified version that makes it sound more a bit like a kiddie song than a jazzy song that's on the song sheet, that chord layout. Very simple chords. If you'd rather have an easier version, then you can check out the song sheet. So we have in this jazzy version, G, A minor 7, B minor 7, E7, D7, G7, C sharp diminished 7, G major 7, E minor 7, A7, and C. So we're going to look at the three parts of the song. There's a part A, a part B, and then the final part A is just a little bit different at the end. So this song's in 4/4. We have 4 beats in each measure, and the measures are notated here with the forward slashes. So in between all the forward slashes are 4 beats. So we have G for 2, A minor 7 for 2, B minor 7 for 2, E7 for 2, and then we have A minor 7 for 4 and D7 for 4. On the third line, A minor 7 for 2, D7 for 2, B minor 7 for 2 and E7 for 2. And on the last line, A minor 7 for 2 and D7 for 2 again. And then we have a bar of G. When part A comes right before part B, then we play a G7. So we'd have G for 2 and G7 for 2. Otherwise, it's just G for 4. And we'll be able to see this more clearly in the lyric section, either notated just with the G chord or with the G and the G7. So if we play these chords with just a down strum, it will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, G, A minor 7, B minor 7, E7, A minor 7, D7, A minor 7, D7, B minor 7, E7, A minor 7, D7, G. Let's look at the strum patterns real quick, and we can try one of these strum patterns with the part A chords. This song is like a medium, mid-tempo shuffle, and this kind of rhythm happens a lot in these kind of vintage, retro, jazz-sounding songs, jazz standard kind of things. And really good strums for that kind of rhythm would be these first two. We have down, chunk up, down, chunk up, down, chunk up, down, chunk up. We're swinging it a little bit. Just on the G chord, this first line of strum pattern. Down, chunk up, 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 down, chunk up. And the second line is similar, but we're like shifting the sort of weight of the strum pattern. So we have down, up, chunk, down, up, chunk, down, up, chunk, down, up, chunk. Down, up, chunk, down, up, chunk, down, up, chunk, down, up, chunk. And then the last one is island strum. Works great for jazz standardy songs like this too. Down, down, up, up, down, up. The only thing is that when you have 2 chords in a bar, you'll have to split up the strum pattern. And I usually split it up by playing the first chord for the 2 down downs at the beginning, and then the second chord for up, up, down, up. So I'll do the whole thing of part A with each one of these strum patterns so you can see how they sound kind of side by side and how they sound different. So the first one, down, chunk up, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the second line, down, up, chunk, down, up, chunk. So really have to like switch gears because these two are so similar, but they're just like a seesaw. Down, up, chunk, down, up, chunk, down, up, chunk, down, up, chunk. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I added the G7 that time for fun. And the island strum. So I'll be playing the first chord in these bars that have 2, down, down, and the second chord, up, up, down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I did make it pretty chunky. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Down, chunk, up, or down, down, up, down, up. The chunks being on the 2 and 4. These first two, for most people, one of them is going to feel more natural or more comfortable than the other one. What I would probably do in playing this song, I would be using one of the first 2 strum patterns for the bars that have 2 chords, and then island strum for the bars that have only 1 chord. Okay, for part B, we have A minor 7 for 4, C sharp diminished for 4, B minor 7 for 2, A minor 7 for 2, G major 7 for 2, and G7 for 2. And that's the first line. And then the second line, A minor 7 for 4, C sharp diminished for 4 again, E minor 7 for 2, A7 for 2, and D7 for 4. I'll just do a down strum. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A minor 7, C sharp diminished, B, A, G, G7, A minor 7, C sharp diminished, E, A, D. The final part A. Let's see how these compare. So the final part A, the only thing that's different is the last line. We've got everything the same. First line's the same. Second line's the same. Third line's the same. On the last line, we're going to hold these A minor 7 and D7 chords longer. So we have A minor 7 for 4, D7 for 4. And then we're going to end on G major 7. Put this little suggested jazzy ending on the song sheets. Let me show you real quick. So we're going to have a little sexy walk down from A flat major 7 to G major 7. So A flat major 7 is the G string, the first fret, and then all of the rest of the strings on the third fret. So this would be the last 2 bars. Instead of just 2 bars of G major 7, we have 1 of G major 7. Then we're going to play. So we got to think about using those 3 fingers, right? I think it's easier. G, A flat, G. You can simplify it by just playing the bottom 3 strings of this one. No big deal. It's just a little walk down trick if you want to use it. So for the intro, we have a little bit of a verse, I think, right? We've got G, A minor 7, B minor 7, E7, like the beginning of the verse. And then we have A minor 7 for 4 and D7 for 4. So the chords that have 4 beats are marked in italics, so you remember that they're a bit longer. For example, an intro here or at the end of this first line. The arrangement of this song that I made just has a really simple order. It's intro, part A, part B, final, part A. But you can go back to the beginning. You can have like a solo verse if you want, if you're playing with somebody else, or mix and match any of the parts. Today I'll play it through 2 times so I can do a little mouth trumpet solo. And I'm going to play the down, chunk up, and island strum, a combination of those 2. Down, chunk up, down, chunk up, down, chunk up, down, chunk up. 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, G. Whee! Look who's coming. Here comes Suzy Snowflake, dressed in a snow white gown. A tap, tap, tapping at your window pane to tell you she's in town. Here comes Suzy Snowflake, soon you will hear her say, come out everyone and play with me, I haven't long to stay. If you wanna make a snowman, I'll help you make it. 1, 2, 3. If you wanna take a sleigh ride, whee, the ride's on me. Here Snowflake, look at her tumbling down, bringing joy to every girl and boy. Suzy's come to town. Back to the start. If you want to make a snowman, I'll help you make it. 1, 2, 3. If you want to take a sleigh ride, whee, the ride's on me. Here comes Suzy Snowflake, look at her tumbling down, bringing joy to every girl and boy. Suzy's come to town. Jazzy. That's Suzy Snowflake, everybody. Is this a new tune for you? I just think it's so cute. We like cutesy stuff around the holidays. If you stuck all the way to the ending of the video, extra 50 points for you. Good job. Don't forget to click like and hit subscribe. Turn on notifications so you can keep up with everything that happens here at the Uke Revolution. And share this video with somebody who you think might be interested in playing or learning this song. And I will see you next time with another lesson or play along. Merry strumming and stay festive, everybody. Peace on earth. See you later.